What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy with Fireplace Friday. I'm going to go shut the door real quick. Alright, I'm back. That way we don't get any outside noise. I was told that my videos are looking like backwards and everything, so I can't see myself. So hopefully this goes well. We'll try it out. So, weather got colder this week. Phone started ringing. It's a good thing. We enjoy the calls. We enjoy going out and doing people's chimneys. Got a lot of crews out today, doing a lot of different things. So that's a good thing. Good thing. I think we got a couple more weeks till Thanksgiving, so it'll definitely pick up until Christmas, and then hopefully the weather stays okay. But usually after January is when the winter really hits. A lot of people go, "Well, you can't get to us till January. Winter's almost over." No, it's not almost over. Winter goes on till around March usually. And I mean, we had snow last year in March, so never forget that. That's the coldest months of the year here in Kansas. So, what are we going to talk about today? We ran across an interesting one. We find this quite often. I wanted to talk about it. It's when they build chimneys, sometimes the brick mason will use wood forms to lay up the firebox and some other areas. The problem with using wood, obviously in a fireplace area where there shouldn't be any combustibles, is the risk of fire. Now, some of them do what they're supposed to and go back and pull those wood forms, others don't. So we're going to talk about that. So this, hopefully you can see this, is your typical chimney setup. And so when we go out to do an inspection, we always look through the clean out door, or we look downstairs in the basement, and we're looking for wood under this area, under the hearth, the inner hearth. If we find wood under there, there's many things that can go wrong. The heat transfer is one thing. I've seen houses burnt down from that. Also, any ash that might fall down through there, hot embers, things like that, can catch that wood on fire. Also, with that wood being under there, as wood dries out, all the moisture leaves it, so it actually lowers the burn point of that wood. So we're always looking for these areas. Another thing that we see a lot of, hang on a second. Let me hide the conversation there. One of the guys is having a problem and asked the group for an answer on something. So another thing we see is when the ash clean out door is in the basement and they finish the basement, they'll take framing right up to that ash clean out door and leave just a little box. I've seen where ash is built up and hot embers fall down behind the wall and catch the basement on fire. So those are things we don't want to do. If you're going to finish the wall and you don't want an ash clean out door down there, simply block off the ash clean out from up in the firebox, put a fire brick in, put some concrete in, it'll block that. But we can't block if they put wood in areas where there shouldn't be. This whole diagram, there shouldn't be any wood in any of those areas or anything that'll burn. So that's a huge problem. People don't understand that heat does transfer. They think, well, I'm going to put a brick up against it, or there's brick on it. It's okay. It's not okay. Space and air is what keeps things from burning, not putting something non-combustible in between, because that heat transfers through that. It's kind of like holding a piece of metal or a brick in your hand and then putting a fire on top of it or firing up. It's going to get hot. Obviously, it's going to get hot. So what are the solutions for that? Okay, so I get a lot of people who go, "Oh, we'll just put gas logs in it." We hear that all the time this time of year too. "Oh, I'll just put gas logs in it, it'll be fine." Or people go, "What do you do for a living?" I tell them, they go, "Oh, well, I guess I'll never need your service because I have gas logs." Oh my gosh, they miss totally wrong. We do a tremendous amount of gas service, gas installation, gas repairs, everything. If it burns and it vents, you need to have the chimney checked. You need to have the safety checked. It needs to be a fully functional system. Don't believe me? Look in the owner's manual for the logs. None of them are going to say you can put this wherever you want, whether it's safe or not, in good shape or not, or what have you. So don't take my word for it, the expert. Read the install manual, and it'll say that. So we've got these problems. What are some solutions? Okay, so if we want to have an open fireplace and we've got wood in certain areas. There is a firebox called an Aaron's fire that we can tear out the existing firebox, and we can do certain modifications and install this firebox. Pretty expensive. The firebox and the setup alone, not minus the smoke chamber and the flue liner, I think, can be $5,000–$6,000. And of course, you've got smoke chamber, flue liner, any other areas you got to deal with. So, but it solves the problem. A lot of chimney sweeps put these things in because there's a lot of wood that's found in dangerous areas, improper clearances, or what have you. Hey, Jeremy, what? You would have thought they would have built it right in the first time. Well, you would. I mean, the building codes don't change up tremendously, and it's just kind of common sense that I shouldn't have something that burns that close to a fire, right? Unless I want it to burn. But unfortunately, reasoning sometimes takes over with people, and their reasoning might not be accurate. Another solution. They have wood inserts and gas direct vent inserts, not gas log sets, because gas logs are going to transfer that heat. But they have wood stove inserts and gas inserts that require a certain amount of non-combustible depth under them. Like, for example, our Enviro direct vent gas fireplace insert. It requires 3.5 inches under it of non-combustible. Well, how thick is a fire brick? Roughly about 3.5 inches. So that solves that problem. They have certain wood stove inserts that have a little reduced clearance and things. So before you go making this move or whatever, consult your expert. Make sure the expert is certified, whether it be certified chimney sweep CSIA or CCP. If you notice, Brandy got her, Brandy, my wife that runs the office, she got her certified chimney relining certificate this week. Very proud of her. She did a good job. We've got others getting ready to take it. I think Anthony that works here got it. Yay for him. That's excellent, because it just, and we've got more staff members that are getting it. They already know a lot of this stuff, but taking a test and proving that you have this knowledge is definitely key when doing any job. Your job might require contact hours, certifications, what have you. You keep on getting that. It's great if you think you know everything, but you don't. I learn stuff every single day. So, with that being said, so those are some other solutions for that problem, because we run into that problem all the time. So I'm going to cut the video off a little short today. I've got no Tyler today, which is my operations manager, so I'm getting a lot of texts and things, so I've got to keep up with the guys out in the field and the girls here in the office, making sure everything's running smooth. But what did we learn today? Number one, if we have chimney problems, gas logs aren't the solution. If you don't believe me, read the owner's manual. It'll tell you that it needs to be installed in a fully functioning, properly installed chimney system with fireplace system as well. And if we find wood under that, which make sure your chimney sweep is checking for that, because it's very, very dangerous, because this wood gets old. Well, it's been fine for all these years, right? Well, it takes about 20 years for pyrolysis to set in on a small scale. So most of these houses we go into that have masonry chimneys are over that, so it's definitely a hazard. So with that being said, if we have wood in our ash dump area, we need to either replace it with we need to either get it out of there and rebuild, which is very expensive, or we can go with one of these systems that do have a pretty good price tag to them, but they solve that solution, like an Aaron's fire or a proper direct vent gas insert, or a proper wood stove insert that meets the requirements of what you have there existing. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jeremy with Fluge Brothers Chimney Service, 913-236-7141. Give us a call if we can help you with your fireplace problems. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'm going to have to walk around there to shut this off, so I'm going to turn it here.